Listening practice through dictation 4. Copyright 2007. Compass Publishing. All rights reserved. Nature and the environment. Unit 1. Hibernation.
Some animals in cold climates hibernate. This means that they spend the winter months in a very long and deep sleep. Many animals find shelter underground. They dig out shelters to sleep in. Animals that cannot dig find cracks or holes at the base of trees and bushes. If they like the place they find, they might use it for years and years. Animals that hibernate include cold-blooded animals, such as lizards, frogs, and snakes. Many warm-blooded animals also hibernate, such as mice, bats, and squirrels. When these animals are hibernating, they seem like they are not alive at all. Warm-blooded animals seem colder to the touch. However, their blood is still very warm. Hibernating animals have a very slow heartbeat. They almost stop breathing. Extra blood sugar and fat in their bodies keep them alive. They eat lots of food just before they hibernate. Winters that do not stay cold are dangerous for hibernating animals. They can sometimes wake up in their shelters when it gets a little warm. Then they use energy by moving around. During winter, there is very little food. These animals can get very thin and weak. If they move around too much and do not eat, they can die. Animals hibernate to escape the cold. There are also animals in hot climates that escape the heat. During very hot or dry weather, they sleep underground. This is called aestivation.
Unit 2. Falling leaves. Autumn or fall is the season between summer and winter. The days become shorter and the air gets cooler. Trees sense these changes, so they start preparing for colder weather. Trees that have leaves block water and food from coming through the branches to the leaves. When this happens, the leaves die. They fall off the tree or the wind blows them away. This is why autumn is usually called fall in America. As the leaves start to die, they appear to change from green to red, yellow, orange, or brown. Actually, the leaves are really these colors all year long. They look green because of a chemical called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll works with the sun to help the trees make food. In autumn, when there is less sun, the tree cannot make chlorophyll, so the green color fades. This reveals other colors, like red and yellow, that were always in the leaves. Like trees, animals also sense changes in the cooler autumn climate. Animals that hibernate eat a lot during autumn. They gain weight to store energy in the form of fat. They use this energy to survive the winter while hibernating. Many birds survive the cold in a different way. They leave. Each year, many birds migrate south to warmer climates during autumn. They migrate north again in the spring. Not a bad idea, if you ask me. After all, who would refuse a midwinter trip to sunny Thailand? Unit 3. How the dinosaurs disappeared.
The death of the dinosaurs is a great mystery. About 65 million years ago, dinosaurs lived all over the earth. They had existed for nearly 200 million years. Suddenly, they all became extinct. Many scientists believe that the dinosaurs were killed by a large meteor. They think that this meteor was about 6 to 12 miles wide. It crashed into southern Mexico and made a hole about 130 miles wide. The crash threw dust and dirt into the sky. Dust clouds darkened the Earth's atmosphere. The crash caused fires, earthquakes, and tidal waves. The plants were killed. The oceans were poisoned. Very soon, there was no food left for the plant-eating dinosaurs. When they died, there was no food for the meat-eating dinosaurs. The meteor killed about 70% of all plants and animals on Earth. The only animals that could survive were small ones that could eat many different kinds of food. Some scientists say the meteor alone did not cause dinosaurs to become extinct. They think that dinosaurs were already getting weaker. They are not sure why. One reason might be disease. Another might be climate change. A big part of the mystery is why some types of animals survived. If climate change killed dinosaurs, it should also have killed frogs. If the meteor killed most sea reptiles, it should have killed crocodiles. Yet frogs and crocodiles still exist in the world today.
Unit 4. Acid rain. I hate this rain. It's causing the traffic to back up for miles.
Well, I hate this traffic because it's helping turn this rain into acid rain.
I heard that acid rain has really bad effects. Doesn't it cause cancer and brain damage, and even Alzheimer's disease?
It definitely can, but the major thing it does is cause breathing problems. The acid in the rain comes from smoke and gases that are given off by cars and factories. It's like riding your bike behind a bus that's showering you with its exhaust fumes.
Oh, I was reading something about that the other day. It said there's too much sulfur in the air and that it's killing thousands of people every year.
Yes, sulfur is the major element in factory and car exhaust. It combines with oxygen and nitrogen in the air to become the acid in acid rain. This stuff doesn't just kill us, you know. It also kills trees and lakes and animals. The acid soaks into the plants and animals so that anyone who eats the plants and animals is also eating the acid.
This sounds terrible. What can people do to stop acid rain?
One simple thing they could do is to use less energy. Another way to stop acid rain is to drive less, or at least carpool. Imagine if every car on this road had 4 people in it right now. There would be fewer cars and a lot less acid rain.
Unit 5. The weather forecast. Part 1.
And now, over to Barry with our weather forecast for this weekend. How's it looking for this weekend, Barry? Speaking for myself, I know I'm looking forward to clear skies. The past 2 weeks have been even rainier than usual for Seattle.
Well, Sue, residents of Seattle will be happy to hear that this rainy spell we've been having is finally coming to an end. Although we've seen occasional showers today, by tonight things should dry out, and Friday morning should be clear and sunny. This fine weather should continue until the end of the weekend, with temperatures ranging from 55 to 75 degrees. So everyone can put away those umbrellas. Back to you, Sue.
Thank you, Barry. On behalf of the Thursday 6 o'clock news team, we wish you a pleasant evening.
Part 2.
Did you hear the weather report, Jenny? It looks like it'll be a clear weekend after all, so we won't have to cancel our trip to the lake.
That's almost unbelievable. I'm really looking forward to getting out of the city and camping under the stars. But we'd better get our stuff ready tonight, Paul, if we're planning to leave tomorrow right after work.
Yes, we'll need our tent, sleeping bags, camping stove, and a cooler for the drinks. What about food?
Let's stop at a store and pick up some groceries on the way out.
Sounds good. Well, we'd better get packing if we want to be ready to go by 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Science and Technology. Unit 6. Who invented that?
What's so funny? I can't concentrate on my work if you keep laughing loudly like that.
I'm sorry. It's just that I'm reading this article in Science Today magazine about some of the unusual things that people have invented. These inventions are incredible.
Okay, tell me about some of these inventions, and let's see if I think they're as funny as you do.
All right. The first one is a ladder for spiders, a thin, flexible rubber strip which attaches to the top edge of the bath.
Haha, I wonder how long it took someone to invent that.
Another inventor has designed a portable seat that you wear on a belt around your waist. In this picture, it looks like a big plastic cushion.
Well, that is very unusual, but who would want to walk around with a portable plastic seat hanging from their waist all the time?
Another unusual invention is this one. Look, it's a car plate that indicates whether the driver is a man or a woman by using different colors on either side. There's one color for males and one for females.
What's the point of that invention?
The inventor says that other road users will change the way they behave. They will become more polite if they know a woman is driving, so there will be fewer car accidents.
Huh, do you really think that will happen? That's completely unbelievable.
Unit 7. The White Noise Machine.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have all been waiting for. Here's the winner of this year's science contest, Charles Moore. Charles, tell everyone about your invention.
Thank you. For the science contest this year, I've invented a white noise machine. Let me explain what that is. Have you ever been kept awake at night because of the sound of traffic or people talking or loud music? These types of noise are sometimes called dark noise. Dark noise is made up of sounds that bother you so much that you can't concentrate on what you are doing. White noise is not exactly noise. In fact, white noise can't be heard at all. White noise is made up of invisible waves of sound that reduce the effects of dark noise by making sounds of the opposite frequency. It's like being in the ocean and seeing a large wave coming toward you. It might knock you down. But if you could send a wave, or many small waves, toward the big wave, it wouldn't be as powerful, because the small waves would hit it and reduce its size. My machine does this with sound. As a sound enters the microphone, the machine determines the sound's frequency. Then it makes a sound in the opposite frequency that cancels out the first sound. I hope my machine will give some peace and quiet to people living in noisy places. Thank you. Unit 8. Inches and centimeters.
Hi, Julie. I'm trying to figure out the dimensions of this MP4 player I want to buy, but I'm having trouble converting these English measurements. You're really good at mathematics, aren't you? It says that the MP4 player is 3.6 inches tall and 2 inches wide, but what does that mean in centimeters?
Well, according to my math book, 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters, so to convert that, we need to multiply each English measurement by that number. Wait, I have a calculator in my pocket.
Great!
According to the calculator, that would make it 9.1 centimeters tall and, let's see, about 5 centimeters wide.
So, its height is about 9 centimeters and its width is about 5 centimeters. But what about its weight? The website says that it weighs 3.6 ounces.
We multiply 3.6 by 28.3, which is the equivalent in grams, and that converts to about 102 grams.
All right then. The MP4 player is about 9 centimeters tall and 5 centimeters wide and weighs about 102 grams. I thought it would have to have larger dimensions to be able to hold 5,000 songs, but it's small and light. Do you think I should buy it, Julie?
It sounds like a good product, but it depends on the price.
Well, now I have the same sort of problem again. Could you help me figure out how to convert Chinese currency to our currency?
Unit 9. Communicating online. Computers have transformed the way people communicate. In some ways, this transformation is good, but in other ways, it could be harmful. Statistics show that millions of people use the internet every day. People shop online, play games, and search for information. Studies also show that people use the internet mainly for communication. The internet has made communication fast and convenient. Email can travel anywhere within seconds. Chat rooms include people from all over the world. People can even make internet telephone calls. However, this type of communication is very different from what people did in the past. People spend less time talking face to face. They might chat for days without being in the same room with a real person. They also might communicate with many people at the same time. Some researchers think this is unhealthy. One study on internet use found that people who used the internet a lot were lonely. Also, they did not communicate as much with members of their family. Many people have criticized this study. They say it did not include enough people and that loneliness is hard to measure. In my opinion, all types of communication are good. It is great to email someone and get a fast response. It is also nice to talk face to face. We can do both. The internet is a fantastic tool. We should use it wisely to benefit from it. Unit 10. Science for Girls.
Hi, my name is Sandy. Welcome to Physics, my favorite class. Although there are 30 students in our class, only 6 of us are girls. Most of my friends don't like science as much as I do. They are convinced that science and mathematics are boys' subjects. They say that boys learn about science and mathematics by playing with toys like building blocks, racing cars, and simple machines, while girls play with toys like dolls and tea sets. They say their parents didn't do science experiments with them or encourage them to learn math. Well, that wasn't the case with me. I played with dolls too, but my parents also built up my confidence in science and math. They used long plastic rods, which are like sticks, to help me learn addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. For my 8th birthday, they gave me a kids' chemistry set, which helped me do all sorts of cool experiments. Whenever we went to the park, my parents asked me different questions about the plants and animals that we saw. When we got home, we looked up the answers together. In school, my teachers were surprised. They were used to boys giving all the answers in science class. They were impressed with my science exam scores. I have lots of confidence in myself. I know that boys are not smarter than girls in science and math classes. I just wish I could convince my friends.